line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to PTM Racing TV, where we're now live here tonight at Helmstead, Miami Speedway, where tonight we're going to see the drivers of Pedal to Metal Racing League take to the stage, take to the show, in what looks to be an all-out battle of supremacy here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Hi again, everyone. I am Chris Circus Driver, and welcome back to the show. As always, we're looking to get it down and going here in this mile-and-a-half long oval speedway track. This looks to be a tough one here tonight. Homestead Miami Speedway, definitely no joke when it comes to its runs and comes to its cornering, but at the same time, it is well regarded as one of the best places to run any track, any sim, for the leagues to finish out a season. But this is only 3/4 of the way done. We're nearly finished this season, and these fields right now you presented are looking to try to grab major points into the top 5 prize fund. But tonight, let's take a look at our starting lineup as Matthew Hoffer in the 8-4 is your number 1 qualifier. He'll lead him off the outside of him being the number 21, Robert Kahn. Row 2, it's Chantel, the throttle pod on the 5 to her outside. It's Robert Dudleyville in the old 49. Row number 3, it's going to be Cindy the Culture Taylor in the 7 to her outside. Brother Keith, the number 8, Heath Taylor. Row number 4, Jeffrey Oakes in the number 20 is outside. That will be Corey Reed, the 27. Row 5, we see the 22 of Brandon Pike that is outside. Nick Kern in the 69. Row number 6, it's Christopher Jordan, the 78 is outside. Jeffrey Todd Tufts in the 72. Row number 7, we're going to see Kevin Baker in the 87, and finally Dan Miglin in the 31, rounding out your field here tonight. 14 drivers are locked and loaded with us here tonight. We're ready to get to the action here in our first of two doubleheader main event. This is a star-studded lineup here tonight coming your way. We are doing 14 of the best from Pedal to the Metal Racing League Xfinity Series going in at first, and then 60 drivers at Lernerville Speedway. $500 to win on the line. You're not going to want to miss it. It follows right after this one. But now it is time to present to you the Ford Entertainment Group, EC.net, Homestead Miami Speedway race. Here and now, we're ready to go green. The green's out. We're underway. And right out of the bat, you can see immediately just how hard these drivers will take these corners and take these turns in. But this is where they're going to really want to watch it. Watch that turn to exit, and right there it is, right there, you see Robert Kahn already starting to get a little sideways going off that corner. His car rotating in quite badly there, lost a lot of ground and time. That's the danger you run here at the Homestead Miami Speedway track, is that middle section, the middle grove on cold sets of tires. That part right there loves to swing your car around or swing your vehicle around too much, and there it is right there, Corey Reed as well. The 27 go, Chris able to hold it down, trying to keep himself in line, not spinning out just yet. Chantel Bottle already going straight to the bottom line, looking to get up to Matthew Hartman, the 84, as she leads it down. Hofford has got the race. The drag racing continues, and the message well here at Homestead. We've noticed before just how tough some of these drivers have to be just to even win on this kind of a circuit. The onboard camera here with Nick Kern, the number 69 Hooters machine, as he rocks a little Alan Kowicki styles on this one. And now that I think about it, Homestead, this Homestead kind of reminds me of a little old track known as Atlanta Motor Speedway when Alan Kowicki won that. Back then, there wasn't even a tri-oval, though. That was actually just a plain oval, like you see. No, as we got troubles there right on the back straightaway. Robert Dudley crashed in there on, looks like Keith Taylor, and it looks like Evan Baker losing time as well. Trouble down there, troubles. The caution flag is out. We're going to take a look at this one, find out what happened here. It looked like maybe one or the other got a little too aggressive on the end, and maybe just kind of got caught up in the mix of it. Let's take a look. Keith having a pretty good run here. The 49 kind of drifted up though, got right into the 8, and unfortunately that caused that little issue, caused that little spur of the moment in this case. So that will send our drivers back in the field and back around. Robert Dudley being told he is going to have to start to the back here a little bit and have to work his way up from that one. So race officials calling for it there. They want to make sure everyone's all good and go. Want to make sure we get a clean race in this one, especially after what happened at Bristol Motor Speedway last time out. Troubles there all the way through when they could not get anything cleaned up in time. This time, though, they said point blank, we want to make sure we only offer the best kind of racing, the best kind of moments here. That is their end goal. So right now the field ready to get settled up again. Hopefully that will kind of ease the tension. And maybe these drivers can start to get things figured out a little bit more here, get things kind of cleared away. They'll get everything kind of worked around, get everything nice back on the attack, back on the show. And when we come back, folks, we're going to go ahead and get a quick commercial break in. But when we do come back, we only got a couple laps in this one so far. Robert Dudley right now trying to get cleaned up down there and trying to get things fixed up. Does he have time to work his way to the back, to the front? We'll find out when we return. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, for the Ford Entertainment Group PC.net race here at Homestead Miami Speedway has been brought to you in part by our good friends over at Green Tech Energy, leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all. Green Tech Energy is a natural choice to use. By A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity Conception area of Carbonear, Newfoundland, Canada since 2008 with all your glass needs. Services of quality glass auto replacements is what we're all about. By our good friends over at the Butt Kicker Company, best in performance for feeling on real tracks of the virtual world. The Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. And by Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, matching your want with your wallet. They will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. And right now we're getting ready to get things back to the right way, if you will. There's a right way in racing. We're going to march our way down across the track straightaway here and get things back in line. Everyone looking to get things settled in. Field ready to stretch their way across down on the end here, looking to get things put back into rhythm and into the territory zone. They will march their way off the track back into the playing field. Here we go down the front straightaway. Green flag back on out, and it's time to get back to the action. The ladies once again here at Pedal Metal Racing League showing you just how it's done with some of the boys out here. Cindy the Closer Taylor looking to try to get a maneuver done there on the rattlesnake. Robert Kahn in the 21. Kahn catching a little bit of a break despite that little tail whip spin he had there in turn 2 earlier. Seems to get things fixed up a bit. Coming down out of 3 into 4 here. Everybody looking pretty strong off the corners. No issues there. Artis Dudley joins us in here tonight. Good to have you on board here. Great to have everybody that joins us in here tonight. I guarantee you, though, you will be expecting quite the shows and quite the races. But we're definitely coming in tonight with a hopeful stance because, again, last week was not the race that they wanted to have happen. They told me earlier today that they do not want to ever have that become something they want to be a part of. They want to show they can drive with the best of them. And right now, everybody's seeming pretty under control, pretty in rhythm and rhythmic here. You check my Taylor after that little caution he had a minute ago, had to go to the back here, kind of going to work his way off from then. Yeah, mainly because of his pit road stop, but he is a quote of Corey Reed and Kevin Baker as both drivers kind of sizing each other up, saying under control. Up to the front. Now it is the 69 of Nick Kern. He's going to go out of here on the inside line with the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks and the 31 of Dan Miglin. While Cindy the Closer Taylor tries to defend off all comers that dare trespass in her territory. The the reigning and defending champion of the seasons here, looking to try and show her wits and show her power down on the track tonight. There's a bit of a run coming off on that turn 1 here. You can see immediately just how hard they have to back those corners up, though, and make sure the car can take a set, especially when they're nearly going to go for a 3-4 wide situation here. Tremendous racing in the back here. Everybody for themselves. Nobody wanted to give an inch. They just want to kind of keep it settled, keep it steady. Robert Dudley, though, knows if he doesn't get some points in tonight, there is a chance Robert Kahn can sneak his way back into this. It's a big pack fight, though, in the middle of the track here as they run their way through the field. Absolutely stellar performance here, to say the least. We've seen that back last night as well with the comeback 120 where everyone was kind of packed in, kind of doubling up, then triple wide, then back all the way about 5 deep. That's kind of how crazy things can get in these motorsports world. But here on a mile and a half, you saw that happen. You're probably watching the the greatest race ever on this track, or you're watching something we never thought we could see, because this track does not play nicely to doing 3 wides all the time here. It is a track that commands respect and commands your presence and felt. And you can see just how these drivers are doing that. They're trying to keep themselves out of trouble, keep themselves out in a rhythmic zero. Dan Micklin on the outside. Revzilla putting a fight up there to 69. Nick Kern trying to hold her down, trying to keep it going. As the field up front, he has a little bit of a war up for the lead. Matthew Hoffer, for the first time this season, having a strong car and a strong race lead. I know it's early, but again, you know, the fact we got 8 laps here tonight, and we got a battle amongst some of the top tier drivers, especially for Khan. This is a win situation. If he does not win tonight, he is literally going to be pretty much out of the points lead and out of contention of even getting close to it again. As we go on board the Creek 6 Energy's number 5, Chantel Pottle. There's one thing she knows around this place too, especially from her heat days, is how to fight it off and work her way around with that old dastardly Robert Kahn around here. Kahn making a pass there on Hofford. Hofford kind of slowing up a slight bit, maybe trying to give himself a little bit of breathing room as Kahn starts to charge ahead. That's the risky run though. If you charge quick and then you charge too far ahead, then you might end up costing yourself later. Doesn't seem to be the case here so far. Robert Dudley, despite the fact he had to go to the back, literally back into his 4th place spot. He is now in 4th, started 4th, back in 4th. Back of our pack here tonight, going to focus in on one of our other drivers here. We have not really said enough of, in my opinion, and that is the 87 of Kevin Baker. Last week, came home with a 2nd place finish of all things at Bristol Motor Speedway. Only falling short just to the number 5 of Chantel Pottle, but I'll tell you one thing though, Kevin Baker as of late has just been impressing me more as we go. It seems like he's really starting to get a feel for cars, he's starting to get a feel for the tracks, as Jeffrey Todd Tufts gets a little bump in his tag there up on the 27 and Corey Reed. Not really sure where that started from or what happened there. We'll take a look at the PTMS replay. Looked like he might have got a little too aggressive coming off the corner there and end up smacking the wall protection. We'll take a look here. Drives in deep. You can see how fast they get those corners off. And then here comes turn 1. And again, it's easy to drift up on this track as much as it is to drift down. And you can saw the 72 just drifted right up and back up again there. The 27 had nowhere to go and ended up tagging him there. All drivers are okay though. No problems nonetheless here. A little bit of a wall ride up top there. Again, you can't really wall ride this place, but you can certainly try to if you want. Not going to get you much favor. Dan the Man Micklin, though, and the number 31 has start from the outhouse and is moving his way up into the White House. He's up 7 here. Started back in 14th, though. That is one thing to know about Homestead Miami Speedway, though. We talk about it time and time again. This is a double line track. You're able to literally do outside and you can do the bottom. And again, you have some run in the middle when the tires aren't cold. But again, a lot of drivers tell me time and time again, do not try to run that middle line if at all possible. Just stick to the bottom or stick to the outside. You'll get a lot more breathing room, a lot more run up there. And I'm certainly seeing why that is here at the moment. As Jeffrey Oaks now kind of corners in around the 69 of Nick Kern. Looks like he's getting tired of waiting around here. He's going to try and push up some speed. He's got old Keith Checkmate Taylor right in his sights, right in his mind. Wants to try and knock him down a few pegs here as we got a little bit of a battle going on up front. The second place position right now before the stage break is between the 49 of Robert Dudley and the number 5 of Chantel the Throttle Pottle. Chantel kind of doing what I'm thinking she's probably up to, maybe just kind of laying off for a little bit, maybe seeing how the car will react and how much the tires take a beating. Very Kyle Larson style way, if you will, as I always put it. Basically just kind of save the first couple stages and then literally then put the full throttle assault at the right time. He's extremely good at that on dirt and very good on asphalt, so it just makes him one of the best drivers. And just so happens enough drives the number 5 like that number 5 does here as the caution flies here. Stage break is in effect. Cindy Taylor trying to make a last ditch pass around Hoffert. Not enough time. She'll end up at 5th on that one. But nevertheless, the rattlesnake Robert Kahn, the Motorcraft 21 Ford Mustang is going to be your race leader going from that stage break, so he will be your winner of that. However, he's still got a long, hard haul, and there's one thing that's at stake. It's that 49 Robert Dudley is not going to give him any breathing room. Can either one of these guys clinch the title and secure this one in? We'll find out when we return. Tonight's race is brought to you in part by our good friends over at SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder. Grid Finder is the best way to find a new league. Filter, search by grid. Race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, race sim, and car class. You need a broadcaster or live designer? Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best in Xfinity teams out there sponsoring and supporting Battle Metal Racing League this season. You'll help support Matt's journey. Follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and be sure to check out his merchandise line on Facebook. And congratulations as well to Matt on your P14 finish back in Michigan this week. Congratulations, bud. By Puddles Wraps, most affordable designs made your leisure. Puddles Wraps will bring out the best designs in your library. And by Melgard Motorsports, fastest of fast, toughest of nails on A-Track, virtual world or real world. Melgard Motorsports is where it's at. So our field right now are getting settled back down. Everybody going to go into pit road here for just a brief moment. Give you a little bit of a glimpse of what is to come here right now, currently. Getting prepared not only for the conclusion of this race and the season, but a big moment as well popping up here soon enough. Again, tonight, the Pro Stock Open. $500 to win is on the line here tonight. We are anxiously and preparing and ready for the time to come, but I guarantee you, race fans, that this is definitely a good appetizer, and maybe even a little sundae to the cherry on top of tonight when all is said and done. But I gotta believe right now the biggest thing we're watching here is gonna be really who is the one that can control the car the best and who is the one that can handle the nerves the most, especially with these corners and the way they tighten up the track. Hard run tonight. So the field pacing their way down around the track. We're getting ready to get back to the green flag here in just a minute. Race fans, again, if you have not tuned into our show before and you have no idea what is going on, well, first off, thank you for tuning in, and hope you're enjoying the show so far anyway. And also, if you want to help support us and help support the show, there's a couple ways you can do it. Every which way is Sunday is always appreciative, but the best ways to do it, of course, is by like and follow us up here on Facebook and then over on YouTube end, which this race will be presented after the race tonight. You can count on over there and take a look at all our stuff and all our latest products and info line. We got a lot of heavy hitters and heavy racing throughout these events and throughout these shows that we just can't get enough of when we come by, and we certainly can't get enough of you guys every time we get these shows up. But another way to help support our show as well is the PTN Racing TV store we have on display. We have that in the link down below. So if you guys want to help support our show there and help kind of keep everything going and get things better as we progress through these races and broadcasts, you can certainly support us there by going down that link below. There's a reason why we don't turn advertising on or commercials here yet. We don't need to. So we already got enough commercials as it is, in our opinion. So the best way to help keep money flowing, keep things going for these drivers, and keep everything placed in is definitely with what goes down on our end. So. Alright, now enough of that talk here. Artist Dudley even saying down in the chat here, watching carefully on his boy Robert Dudley. He's up second place right now. Yeah, he started back at 14th and literally had a charge to the front. He's very calculating on those laps. He knows how the stages work and knows how they play out. In my opinion, a lot of drivers don't really take close attention to really just how difficult it is to wheel and deal and survive on tracks like this in these kind of moments. They really just kind of take it in with stride, thinking, oh, it'll be easy enough. I just got to do this, and I got to make sure my tire pressure is about, well, I don't know, about 30 to 30 pounds in there. Probably get about 30 psi. Probably maybe a little bit in my rear end of the rear spring. It's like, no, that's not how it plays out around here. These are fixed races here with these things. So you only have the fix of the steering offset and the steering ratio. And then the rest of it is pretty much just cornering off and building speed up from there. And that's how you work your entire track in and work with the best as we go to the green flag back on out. Robert Kahn, not really sure why he was set to the outhouse. I think maybe he's just trying to have a little fun up there and going to try to work his way back up there with these guys. Seem to enjoy quite a bit of doing that, but you know, again, he runs the risk of possibly calling himself out on the points race. Last week, though, definitely was a bit of a hurtful race for him. He ends up costing himself so much time and precious momentum that I think it really gave Kahn pretty much kind of that dissatisfaction, and now knowing he doesn't really have much of a chance, but he still is out there trying at least, so you got to give him that. Up in the front half right now, Dan Miglin and the 31 Revzilla are going to go out of here with the number 49 Mercury of Robert Dudleyville. Dudley at the 22 of Brandon Pikes needs his way into the field here. He's already out to a hard charge. Good to see the snap-on to Capco tools as well. Put up a little bit of a show here. Obviously at 22, a little bit of a team that you may not already know too well about. But thankfully we're not at Michigan International Speedway, so we don't have to worry about that thing getting wrecked out tonight. Dudley currently our points leader going into this race, going into this season. He's really been the guy you got to watch out for wherever he comes out. It seems like he's always pacing himself and finding new ways to pass and build beating in. But he actually loses a little bit out of turn two. This time they'll send it straight down low instead of trying to bring it back up. Smart move on the face of Dudley's part, but definitely cost him a lot of time. Well, you can just see how all over the place some of these guys and gals are, man. They just cannot get those cars to stay in rhythm and stay in line because Homestead just will not have it. It's an older surface and it's a little bit of a worn down surface. And it can be pretty slick up there, which a lot of folks, myself included, do like the challenge of it and love that the way it is. Because again, if it was all kind of grippy and all that, you wouldn't have the speeds or kind of the carry momentum to fight in with time and time again. And again, with these shortened laps here, with the stage cautions, it makes them work even harder. The only downside is, as well, is that if they get a little too aggressive, well, then they know what comes next, and they don't want that to happen. 3 wide, so off of turn 1, down into turn 2 here. Every driver for themselves in that one. Robert Kahn kind of sneaking and burrowing his way through the field once more, so I guess maybe he feels like he has got the best car lined up. But again, he's showing this on a short run more than anything else. I don't know necessarily if it's going to be a good long run setup and field. That remains to be seen. That remains to be the question. If it is a good long run setup and a good long run tool, will that work out later on in their favor? Will that play into the world of racing? As a little bump and tag there from Dan Miglin onto the number 5 of Chantel Bottle. Bottle got a whole whip of that one. She really got whacked and took him for a ride as they go 3 wide saloon down in turn 3. Oh, shotgun them away, fire them off on the corners, and let them holler to the end of their days. We've got ourselves a war down here, boys. Robert Dudley and Nick Kern going at it here. Kern trying to possibly burrow in and start to put the pedal to the metal in full gear. He is charging quick and charging fast. But of course, he's got Dudley right behind him here, and Dudleyville does not play games. He's telling Devon and Brother Ray, get the table because we're sending Kern through him. Well, he'll certainly send it through somewhere because he's passed in the 69. Nick Kern losing some ground there off the corner of turn 4. And the Rattlesnake loving every minute of this. Got to be just waiting, kind of grinding his teeth, waiting patiently to strike while the iron is hot. Oh, you can see it right there too, just how much he's starting to work off that draft line, kind of build up some speed and burrow it down. barreling it in with that kind of speed, that kind of run, though, is a bit of a risk, kind of a bit of a handful, too. Because, again, you can run the risk of that popping up. But the good news here, too, is that this is a really, I know it's not technically dirt, but I call them sliders anyway. They're more like crossovers. This is a crossover sliders paradise. Well, what you will, I personally will call them crossovers or sliders every now and then. But the reason why I say that is because you saw right there, Khan, he literally drove it into deep out of turn 3, brought it straight down and crossed over on the 69. And he's going to do the same thing again here to Robert Dudley here. Dudley trying to fight him off on the inside road, trying to fight it in. You see the 21 rotating a little bit more than I think he wanted to. You can see that rear end's kind of slipping out from him. This is probably one of the only tracks, too, that I've been aware of that you can really see just how much these cars slip out and slip around the track and the field. It's so easy to get kind of loose, get kind of shaky down there, that it really hurts their momentum, it hurts their run. But here, anyway, it's more or less just kind of be more fruitful and more energetic on how you handle each turn, how you handle each corner. And they certainly have done that. Chantel Bottle still fighting out there. Dan Milligan, as we take a look at Hofford's times right now, you can see rocking a 34.9, 34.3. Solid time there, 34.384. Ty Miglin not able to get any time up on there. And the speeds they carried tonight, about 182 miles per hour around each of the straights and around the fronts and the backs end of the field. And believe it or not, Hofford and Miglin both tied that last time there, and it looks like actually Hofford has got the fastest lap of the night set so far. He's got a 33.65. The next best one too, it was actually a 33.70, which that was done by Sidney the Coulter Taylor. So a bit of an interesting ballpark there for the drivers. A little bit of an interesting situation popping up. Looks like Chantel's getting kind of tired of Dan Miglin there. The man trying to hold down the woman. The woman of pedal to the metal, if you will, or the lady of PTM, if you will, I guess you could call her now. She was there from the very start. She was there from the very beginning. And right now she is showing why she still can hang with them. But right now you got a little bit of company coming up on in the old Jeffrey Oaks number 20 camp. Oaksy on the inside line, trying to rock the bottom end. He'll have to drift up slightly to stay away from that middle end where it can get you a little flat spot, loose zone as I call it. Holds up quite nicely now, looking to take Miglin. You can see the tire saving being put to full use. He wants a piece of Hofford up front. Remember, Oaksy does have a race win on the show, and he would love to add another one to that resume, but in order to do so, he's going to have to try and topple and knock down some of the best here in PTM. Miglin, one of those guys that constantly seems to be coming back into the fight, back into the show. And it seems like right now he's not having any problems. Seeing where he'll fight out and where he'll drive in next. Straight on the inside, Jeffrey Oaks now looking to get another boost of speed. You can see Miglin starting to fade slightly. He actually tagged the wall coming off of turn 1. Drove it up a little too hard, and you can see him giving a big opening there. Tires are taking a beating. They're taking a hit, but it looks like they are actually catching up there to Matthew Hofford. On board with the Budweiser number 84 Chevrolet of Hofford as he's got company coming up with Jeffrey Oaks sneaking his way in. A little bit of problems down there for Christopher Jordan. He is off the track as they go yellow flag. That is a caution not for Jordan but for the stage. Jordan trying to save it. Well, he gets it saved somewhat there. And Hofford managing to walk away with the stage win, and that will help settle the score with his old rival in Jeffrey Oaks. But again, we're not done yet. So Colin wins stage 1. Hofford gets stage 2. Hofford's been winning, has been fighting it out pretty hard as of late. Can he pull another win here after his victory at Talladega and winning the Xfinity at Homestead? Find out when we return. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race is brought to you in part by the good friends over at Green Tech Energy, leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all. Green Tech Energy is a natural choice to use. By A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity Conception area of Carbonear, Newfoundland, Canada since 2008 with all your glass needs, services, and quality auto glass replacements is what we're all about. By the Butt Kicker, best in performance for feeling on real tracks of the virtual world. The Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. By FEGPC.net, matching your want with your wallet. They will always work your needs to build the best PC at the right price. By SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder, best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, race sim, and car class. Need a broadcaster, live, or designer? Just search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best in Xfinity for teams out there, is sponsoring and supporting Battle Racing League this season. If you want to help support Matt's journey, follow him on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and be sure to check out his merchandise line on Facebook. By Puddles Wraps, most affordable designs made at your leisure. Puddles Wraps always bring out the best designs in your library. And by Melgard Motorsports, fast, it's toughest as nails on any track, virtual world or real world. Melgard Motorsports is where it is at.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at FEGPC.net.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we are currently getting settled in and getting settled down for our next leg of the race here. This is going to be the final stage being brought to you here by Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net. We are getting ready to bring drivers back to life, back on the track here with only about 37 laps remaining on this one. There is no more room for error. It is go big or go home, and there are certainly no gimmies around here. To the green flag we fly up high. Let's get back to the action. Here we go at Homestead. It's time to end this one out. There are 2 races left after this one. And let me tell you something, they are ready for those final 2 races. The season has been a barn burn, a bit of fast-paced action. But we can't help but wait. We are ready for that final race. Oh, Jeffrey Todd's up out of turn 2, having some problems down there. Gets sent a little sideways off the cliff and off the run. He'll have to back him down and back it in. Thorne Zimmerman joining us saying, I'm ready for the next one. Oh, you know how I am too, my friend. I love calling these, but I'll tell you right now, I am ready for the big one coming up. I think everybody is. They are laying it away. They are ready for it. But right now, we still have a show to cover here and a big one to finish out. Dan the Man Miglin and Jeffrey Oaks will fight side by side, mano y mano. It's a drag race here on the backstretch. Miglin trying to get Revzilla's Chevrolet Camaro ahead there of the Chevrolet Accessories Camaro, number 20. As a rattlesnake, Robert Kahn and Robert Dudley fight it out for supremacy, just kind of one off one another here. And old rivalry will be revisited from the NASCAR heat days. The rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, and the 21 and the 5 of Chantel Pottle. Charging in quick, charging up fast. either driver trying to give an inch to the other with a little bump and tag there on that outside wall like Colin just did, then you're really setting yourself up for a bit of a disaster. But the thing is, I'm watching carefully. Some of these drivers are not hitting the throttle nearly as hard as they were earlier. They're being very conservative, very clean out there. Again, the one thing you must know when you're seeing conservation and seeing these drivers not trying to hit them as hard is, again, you got to remember out there, this isn't an arcade game. This isn't some kind of little, you know, play it and you get it down. This isn't NASCAR heat. This isn't Wreckfest. This isn't Project Cars even. This is legitimately supposed to train you and teach your mind like a legit sim racer. It basically gives you the idea to give you all the weather configurations, all the heat, all the measures. You can make the track burn your tires up faster, burn them up slower, be a little slicker, be a little tighter. And God forbid when rain comes in, who knows what we're going to come up with there. By the way, if we're good rain and mud, I'm putting that in there. Sorry. Just saying, we're having a mud race when that comes in. And Thorne, if we do, I'm calling you up first. We're doing it right here on the spot. But again, it just shows you the amount of capacity, the mentality these drivers have to survive and have to conquer through. They are constantly fighting with the car, fighting with the track, fighting with everything around on the tires end. They're trying to not burn things in. They're trying not to mentally get too fast, too quick. There's a lot of factors that go in that really gives you a true definition of a simulation. And that's what iRacing has always been about. They've always tried to give that feel, that look, to really what should be a real-time performance, and that's exactly what we've been watching time and time again ever since that 1 year ago we joined the iRacing world and joined here on PT Racing TV. And believe me when I say it was not an easy call for some of us out there. We had to make a lot of hard sacrifices and decisions, but I think I bear no bones when I say we all made the right choice when we got on this track. Kenneth Crawford saying green racing tonight, good job with the booth, Chris. Appreciate you there, buddy. Old Kenneth will be joining us back here on Monday nights here in the near future, so expect pushing those racing link when that pops back up. For now, anyway, they are on hiatus, kind of take a little bit of a breather, but I'll tell you one that's not taking a breather right now, and that is that 31 of Dan Miglin. Matthew Hopper better start fighting in, start firing a little quicker because Miglin has got a run on him, and he's pushing his speeds up. Time and bait again, straight to the outside, back to the inside. It's now a crossover battle between the heavy hitters. And again, though, the more they keep doing this, the more they're just tearing those tires up by the minute. So they really got to watch how they handle each drive, each run. Oh, especially with that kind of move right there. Hoffert into the wall, protection out of 2. He just loses literally 5 spots back. You can see Oaksy, Khan, Dudley, and Bottle literally taking that over from him. He had nowhere to go and has to lose a lot of ground and time from that. That's going to cost him dearly here. The field now starting to pace their way back in. A little Sydney the Calder Taylor moving her way into the field. Robert Dudley up on the inside. That's where she wants to hang with Matthew Hoffert. Trying to rock the outside, trying to build some speed back up ahead, but he's not getting anything going. Nick Kern has now passed him in even. Corey Reed, the Newfoundlander, running number 27. Go Chris Machine. Looking pretty hot, solid here tonight. Looks like he might be able to find his rhythm and find his way back in. He's extremely talented on a long-term setup. And he's been known to kind of peek his nose in there a time or two when these guys least expect it. Or gals, I should say, because we can't forget about the ladies out there. But talk about a complete 180 from last week. Last week it was nothing but madness and chaos and every which way to Sunday, every direction you saw. Bristol Motor Speedway was not a very good track there for these drivers, as they put it. They said point blank we were just too aggressive and we did not know when to calm down already. But here on this long 1.5 mile of track, Homestead is bringing them the same kind of challenge with the slickness, but it's a lot longer in length, which allows them to spread apart, not drive them too much into the dirt. Although, now that I think about it, I'm kind of curious what would happen if we put an Xfinity car under. We already did with a couple trucks. Might as well do it for Xfinity. Why not? I don't care. We do that. I guess it is iRacing. We can do anything if you put your mind to it. But I'm just kind of now trying to figure that out. Christopher Jordan down there, the 78, smoking up a joint or two down there. And I'm not talking a Wiz Khalifa joint. I'm talking the literally, I'm saying probably little paint, was a little T-paint in there. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got trouble on the front straightaway. The 5 Chantel Pile crashed in here. Major damage on the Green Tech Energy Fox Racing Chevrolet. Bit of a situation popping up here. We'll take a look at the PTMS replay. See, looks like the 5 had a run off there, and looks like Dudley just kind of tapped her there and gave her a little love tap and sent her out of the cliff and off the track. That was kind of a bad place to bump, unfortunately, and I don't think they realized like where they were at until it was too little too late. Now this will give them plenty of time though to figure this out and see what they can come up with now, because again they got to go into the road and they will get a fresh set of tires and a little splash of gas in there. They'll certainly help each other out and help their drivers in a little bit. So the field will work their way back into the pack, into the zone, as drivers look to try to get things figured out a little bit better here. They'll head into pit road, and the 5 definitely making it into pit road. Thankfully, she will be able to get that one figured out. And hopefully we'll see a little bit more action here on the show. Jeffrey Oaks, Dan Miglin, and Robert Kahn will go to war once more here in the battle for the supremacy. Which one will it be that takes this one in? Find out when we return here to PTMS TV for more action from the Xfinity Series.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now the field getting settled in, being stretched down in there. Get ready to peel this one back in. Marching their way to the field, marching their way down into position. Now back onto the front straightaway here. The green flag does fly back on out, and we're underway once more. "23 laps remain here. This is looking to be a solid fight and a solid battle between the drivers and everyone in between. Across the stretchway here right now. We got a little bit of a pack up field here right now. Jeffrey Todd Tuss into the wall protection, trying to get out of there, trying not to cause any issues though. The 72 just barely avoiding the number 7 is Cindy the Taylor as the field works their way back onto the track. 21 laps left to go here. Time is evaporating and running out here, and we are currently watching that time, watching it very, very carefully, because we have a big race coming your way still. We are not wanting to miss any bit of it. Maybe one of the most important races we'll see on our show in quite some time here, and because it is a big money, again, it's not just a big money race, but it's also on a track that has been known to put up some serious fights and some serious moments at Lernerville Speedway. Right now, Homestead showing just what it can do as well here with a 3 wide split right in between. Robert Dudley, the 489, the 7 of Steve Coates Taylor, and the 8 of Key Checkmate Taylor. Pretty much on the gun, on the bubble in the fight, hammering in, giving themselves quite a run down there. But it is Jeffrey Oaks and Robert Kahn right now looking to try and outsmart the other with 20 laps left to go. Kahn looks to be the favor here. Key Checkmate Taylor, though, out of the back straightaway, crashing in, heading to the pit road. Trouble down there for the number 8. And Dudley, remember, he had to start from the back, and he managed to work his way back up to the front as quick as he had, literally go in the back there. And the man Miglin, his pit road strategy, maybe not the way he was hoping it would draw it up or planned out, but he certainly seems to believe in it and certainly seems to keep going with it. See the puff of smokes popping around the back straightaway here. This track is literally smoked up, and it's a joint out here. It's not even 420. What are we doing down there, my friends? Number 22, Brandon Pike now looking to power him down here. He's currently up 4 spots here tonight. Started back in 9th, currently in 5th, as he works his way with the 5 of Chantel in front of him. And Robert Dudley now sinking his way back in as well. You can't stop that guy tonight at Homestead for some reason. He just builds up so much speed and so much run that he just does not know when to quit. That is the only thing I can think of. Mercury 49 Toyota Supra is just an all-out animal. He just knows how to keep up the pace, keep up the distance. Really, it's just been time and time again, just impressing and just pointing up, put some fights out on the track. Todd Tuff's having more troubles down there. He has crashed it up again. Now heading to pit road. He's going to call this one a night for his end. Kevin Baker will move back into the 11th spot here. Robert Kahn, Jeffrey Oaks still end the race. Top 2 battles. Corey Reed, I talked about him earlier on. His long run strategy and setup just phenomenal tonight. He is literally in the 3rd place position, followed behind fellow Newfoundlander behind him in the 5 of Chantel Bottle. Robert Dudley, the lone American in that Canadian warfare, if you will, trying to make something work on him. Jeffrey Oaks and Robert Kahn both trying to stay in the run and stay in the field. Both Americans doing a pretty good job out there. That right there just shows you just how tough this track is getting right now. Dudley literally had to back his corner up a little bit more and save it coming off that exit. He's not driving nearly as hard, and he knows he can. Not with the way those tires are going to handle him, not with the way the pressure is going to be had on him. Now down another run here. Looks like might just be an opening of clearing here. A little bit of a defensive maneuver down to the bottom here. Last time they were in this corner, it was end up going the other way around. The 5 getting a little loosey-goosey and sent to the saddle round. 489 this time giving her a little bit more distance, looking to pass on the inside. He will try to run the clean way here. Dudley is not one of those guys you take lightly. Again, he's a fast cat, but he is also one of the cleanest cats I've ever met in the racing world. Good guy to the show and good driver as it can be. And he is now going to march his way into the top 5 and now end up at the 4th place spot. Or is he? The 5 not going to give up just yet. Chantel Bottle's trying to fight him in with this one. One thing you gotta love about this track is the back and forth warfare. I only have 1 win personally here. Back in the NASCAR Heat 4 days, actually. This is where I got my season championship in the Truck Series, if you can believe it. The only season championship I actually held and hold to this day in this league. And kind of crazy going back and now looking at these drivers here battling for a season championship with points on the line, points at stake. Again, our last race of the season will be at Michigan International Speedway. Next time out, it will be New Hampshire Motor Speedway. But right now, we still got some work to do here at Homestead. It is not over yet. And a side-by-side battle between Robert Kahn and Jeffrey Oaks might just result in another fight of war. Kahn trying to hold the quick lane motorcraft up in the outside. You can see Oaks trying to move his way in the inside. He's got to run on both of them. 12 laps that need to be completed. It is Oaksy, it is Kahn. Giving it hell, giving it warfare, doing what they knew they have to place it. And no, I did not say a bad word, by the way. There is a track in Irish called Motorsports Hell. You can look it up, so don't think for 1 second that I'm saying something bad on the show. Looks like Dudley wanted another piece of this one, too. He wants the top 3. He wants to load the gun up. The Go Chris 27 on the middle stretch, now boxed down to the bottom. I don't know how Dudley is running as hard as he is and extremely as clean as he is, but he is making those tires stick and making them work as the ladies go out of here. Cindy Taylor right behind the 5 of Chantel Bottle. Corey Reed, though, the Newfoundlander trying to hold down the American and Dudley. Dudley trying to make a move, trying to make a run off him. Neither driver wants to give an inch. Neither one wants to give anything up to him. Dudley now drives her down low inside line through the chicane. Looks like he's got a big build up of speed coming his way. 10 remain here, with this one being a fight to the half in the end. Well, 9 left in this case. Dudley still swinging the bottom. You can see Corey now drifting up a little bit. That's a bad omen. That's not good here at Homestead. He's got to bring it down quickly. But therein lies that flat spot out turn 2. He does not hit it. He manages to keep it in line. But now he has to try to draft off. But Dudley's trying to build it back up, get around him. That's going to hurt his momentum quite a bit. Robert Kahn still holding down Jeffrey Oaks. Oaksy trying to build a little more on him, trying to get one last run. Oaksy does have a win here on the show. He got that just a couple of weeks ago. He told me earlier he would love to add another one to his resume. Sends it straight to the bottom. Him and Robert Kahn now up on the binders in the fight. Oaksy's got quite a bit of experience here on this show because last night he actually was a part of the Comeback 120, where we saw him do battle and do war with the drivers in on the fight and in the run zone. That Friday night action was an absolute barn burner, and to say the least, if you missed it, watch it over on our YouTube, Ben. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. 7 now to go, and it looks like Oaksy and Kahn will be the 2 heavy hitters here. Oaksy always kind of felt like he was in the shadow of Robert Kahn back in the Heat days. I think the master has become the apprentice, because right now Oaksy is still giving her everything she's got and really showing to Kahn now, you are no longer the top of the mountain. Oh, but that might have bumped him up a little bit from the trail of getting to the lead. Kahn's going to make him pay for that. He drove it just a little too tight into the entry, and he got the apron. That's literally going to send him back about tenth of a second. It may not seem like much, but a tenth of a second here is a lot of time for these drivers. Christopher Jordan in the back now, even going to fight it up with the Brandon Pike. 78 Superman machine trying to literally do the Superman and pull it up the front and pull it into the skies. But Pike is like, is it a bird? No, it's a plane. No, it is Brandon Pike looking to shot and dive down into the middle groove. They can't quite get him there in the corner yet. Oh, he's got to try and go up a little higher there, but he smacks the wall a little bit. Did the car take some damage off that? I wonder. He did. He got the right fender a little bit beat in. That will slow his time down. Tires starting to fade. Here comes Dan Miglin now. Oh, and Miglin sat for the wall again. Even Pike get a little bit of it. These drivers all over the place. They are literally fighting for survival and fighting with whatever left they have in them. Miglin to the inside now, looking for the charge. 3-car battle here. Oh, and a little bump there from into Pike there. Miglin trying to back her down, trying to get it away from Jordan. Oh, he smacks Jordan right in out of turn 4. He smashed him right out of turn 4 there. Jordan gets sent to the upper room, and unfortunately, not going to have time to get out of that one. Yellow flag, caution. And this could have been the worst possible case here for Robert Kahn or really anybody out there, because now this has turned into a last-minute shootout, if you will. Which one of these will get the advantage? Let's take a look at the PT Instant Replay, though. We got to take a look at this. We're going to take a close look here at the speeds they were carrying through in that corner. You can see Jordan is all over the place. He's already wobbling pretty bad. He gets a little tap there. Just trying to back her down, trying to give it a little bit of help. And Miglin just kind of give him the old love tap again there. Ends up sending everybody straight into the outhouse and around the White House. Three green white checker attempts are up for grabs here. Jordan kind of brought it down a little bit there on Miglin. I'll be honest with you, folks. That one, I don't know. That might have just been a driver's situation. I really couldn't tell there, I'll be honest with you. We know Miglin pretty much took it right at Jordan. Jordan actually stayed out. He's gonna try. Is he gonna really try to win this race with that beat up car? Oh, there he goes. He's gonna try to hit up pit road now. I don't think he's gonna try to. I think he was thinking about it, but I don't think he's gonna try it now. I said he's kind of crazy for trying that idea, but. Race fans, we are going to have a green-white checkered attempt, and right now the field got shaken up quite a bit, to say the least. Cindy the Closer Taylor will be the new leader. He's coming off of pit road. Nick Hearn a lap down, so yeah, they haven't really anything else we can do about that. Take a look at our pit stop time. I want to see very carefully just how long these guys and gals were in. Cindy was only in there for about 10 seconds, whereas Oaks, was in there for 14. Dudley about 14 for Reed and Pottle. So Taylor, if I had a guess, to be honest with you, race fans, I think she only took right side tires on that number 7. If she did, if that's what she's gonna run, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if she's gonna have enough time to keep ahead of an Oaksy or a Dudley or a Corey Reed or even Chantel Pottle, especially considering how they've been all day long. They pretty much have owned the land, owned the piece here. Dan Miglin still in his position. I don't know what the officials, I think the officials are still gonna review that one or what they're gonna do, but I don't know. You guys at home tell me what happened there, because honestly, we saw Miglin tap 78 at Jordan, but Jordan did come down. So this is it, race fans. It's going to be a green-white checkered scenario. This is what big moments are made of, and honestly, this is going to be a little more chaotic than usual. This last restart we've seen before has either aided or hurt drivers on the track. It's just one of those moments. We know Dudley has pretty much kind of locked up the points for a season championship. As long as he stays consistent and keeps it going, it's pretty much all but his. But does any of the other drivers have a little something to say here? Cindy the Closer Taylor has yet to win in quite some time. Is it finally time for her to revisit victory lane, or does Jeffrey Oaks have something about that here? Off the restart, Oaksy gets a pretty good start there, managing to get ahead of the 7. Tires starting to go down. Those right sides are not doing it for Cindy. You're getting a little loose there, Miglen. Oh, Miglen straight out of the ballpark and getting right in between. And the 27 of Corey Reed running away from him here. Well, that one got a little bit out of whack. Christopher Jordan out the track here. Tier went to the fire. Chantel Bottle tags the 49. Caution's out, but it's white flag. Did they get it out in time? I'm getting the white flag was out. Did they get the yellow out before the white though? Chantel Paulo getting a piece there, the 49. I don't think that was out of redemption by any means, but that certainly was a bad omen there. They're saying we're going to get another green-white checkered. Hold on a minute. We got a little bit to review here. Hold on just a minute. We need to look right up here at Dan Miglen, figure out what the heck happened to him in turn 2. Makes a run for it. It's going on the inside. Corey Reed barely slips the rear end off, and unfortunately for Miglen, he had nowhere to go there. But then up front, here's what happened to the 5 and the 49. Now, I'll admit hard racing's one thing, but hard to really say here. Dudley is loose. And the 5 does bump him. Gets into Con there, unfortunately gets everybody all out of shape and all out of whack. I don't know, I think the officials will say you got a little loose there. I don't think there's really any other way to go about it. This is going to get a little heated. I thought we'd have enough time to talk at least our winner here, but we might be running out of time on that, folks. I'm in shock right now, race fans. I really don't know what the heck is going to happen next. All I can say is things are just getting crazier around here. We had a great battle coming to the end and coming to the wire, but now things are just gotten even more heated by the minute. Robert Dudley right now, I gotta believe, is probably not too worried about Khan behind him, but at the same time he's probably wondering what the heck has gone down these last couple laps. There will only be 2 to go. There are 2 more chances that are green-white checkered. If they don't get this one in, this could be a little bit of a detrimental time restraint. We have a broadcast coming up, folks. We still need to get to it. These drivers will give it everything they have on this restart, everything and then some. Once more, Which one will take advantage, which one falls into effect, and which one will survive? That remains to be the question that needs to be answered. It's go big or go home time for these drivers. This is a last minute opportunity, last minute chance here. Here we go. One more chance. This is it. Much cleaner. Everyone a little bit on the speed end though. Corey Reed trying to fight his way back off. You can see Brandon Pike actually making a last minute ditch effort to build the pace in. Oh, he's got to fight right up to the front. Look at this. Look at the power from the 22 of Brandon Pike. The snap-on tool of his machine is literally marching his way in. He's got a full throttle assault save for these drivers up front. Oh, but so does the 5 of Chantel Bottle. She runs it right off on the bottom end. Pike gets a little looser, coming off the 4, and Hoffer gets him. They collide on it at turn 2, but the white flag is out. White flag is out. Camera, crew member, get the camera back out there. We got a race to finish. This is it. Ah, Corey Reed smacks it in the back end. He's crashing. Down to the, smashing it completely in. It's a drag race here between the two front runners. Cindy the closer Taylor going to try to get him on the outside to the finish line. Jeffrey Oaks, though, will build up enough speed and win at Homestead, Miami. And just like that, things get a little wild, things get a little crazy. And how about Dudley as well? Had to start back into the field and manages to work his way back into 4th of all things. Robert Kahn at 5th place and 6th Kevin Baker. Good shot and showing from him. Kern managing to burrow his way out of a lap down, and Hoffer and Corey Reed, unfortunately, and Pike getting caught up in the mix of these things. These cars are damaged and they are badly broken. But for one, Jeffrey Oaks, he now has 2 to his name. He is your race winner at Homestead, Miami Speedway. Give it up for the numbers 20 of Chevrolet's accessories, Jeffrey Oaks. Hard charge, hard win. He's up. He finishes 6 places up and wins at Homestead, and this has got to be one for the record books for him. Take a look at our race results before we have to head on out and get the sponsorships over the gun with. Here's your final results here. Jeffrey Oaks wins it. 2nd to Sidney Taylor. 3rd to Chantel Pottle. 4th to Robert Dudley. 5th to Robert Kahn. 6th to Kevin Baker. 7th to Nick Kern. 8th to Matthew Hoffer. 9th to Corey Reed. 10th to Brandon Pike. 11th to Dan Miglin. 12th to Christopher Jordan. 13th to Jeffrey Todd Tuss. And 14th to Keith Checkmate Taylor. Rounding out the field here tonight. Race fans, this has been an all-out war. This has been a fight, to say the least, for all these drivers out here. But now we must conclude it here at Pedal to the Metal Racing League. But stay tuned. 20 minutes from now, we are going to be going live. We are going to present to you the Pro Stock Open. $500 to win. If you wanted a battle and you wanted some money on the line, it doesn't get any bigger than this. We must leave here tonight thanking our good friends over at Green Tech Energy, at A1 Glass Incorporated, by the Butt Kicker Company, Ford Entertainment Group PC.net, SimRacingMerch.com, GridFinder.com, our good friends over at Matt Mills Racing Team, at Puddles Wraps, and Melgard Motorsports. From all of us here at PT Race TV, we thank you again for everything. We thank you for the support and this help that you have brought to us here tonight. It has been an honor and a pleasure to call these races and call these battles here tonight, and man, it's just getting crazier and crazier as we go along, isn't it? What a day and what a show. Congratulations, Oaksy and race fans. The next time we see you, again, just to give me a few short minutes, you'll see us here very, very shortly. But from all of us here at PT Race TV, thanks again to the Pedal to the Metal Racing League crew for putting on a show and putting on a fight. We'll see you here in just a few short minutes, right as we leave to head to Lernerville Speedway. See you here in a bit, folks.